Gemini, hello. It's Lauren the Mystic here for your reading for the full moon in Sagittarius, opposing the sun in your sign. So welcome in all Gemini sun, moon, rising signs, any significant Gemini placements. We are going to tune into the energies today and just see what's coming up with this full moon energy. And I thank you in advance for liking this video if it resonates with you as you watch it, and for subscribing to the channel. Let's reshuffle. Let's see if that comes back out again. Spirit, show us Gemini, please. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What do they need to know? We've got your commitment is being tested, Gemini. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay, let's take a look. Your commitment is being tested. Nothing will come. Spirit, show us clearly what this is about for our Geminis. What is coming up with a Sagittarius full moon? Now, Gemini, you may want to reference your natal chart. Take a look at 22 degrees of Sagittarius, as that is where the moon will be reflecting back the light of the sun to Gemini. At the sun will be at 22 degrees Gemini. So this definitely will be affecting you more greatly. This will be in opposition to whatever your Gemini placement is. Spirit, show us what is coming up in the energies for our Gemini sun, moon, rising, Venus, or significant placements. One more card. Is that right? Yeah. One more card, please, Spirit. What's coming up in the energy for Gemini? Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's keep going before I speak. Spirit, show me clearly, what is this moon revealing for Gemini in relationship to this energy? Two more cards, please. What is this moon revealing for our Geminis? All right. And what is the guidance messages for Gemini? What is the spiritual guidance for Gemini? What is the advice? What's in the alignment with their highest timeline and their deepest well-being? What advice do you have about this energy, Spirit? Two more cards, please, for Gemini. One more. I feel like it's this. Okay. All right, Gemini. Start to tune in. So we've got a situation. Your commitment is being tested. Nothing will come of this situation. Do I want this deck or do I want this deck? Now, Gemini, if you're new to me, I excuse me, I do intuitive readings, and I am kind of guided. Today, I'm just allowing myself to be guided based on what Spirit is showing me for each individual sign. So if you're listening into your other signs, you may notice I might be using different decks in those readings, and it's just I'm going where I'm guided. So that is what I was told to do today from Spirit, and I think it feels good. I like the freedom of just kind of going where my angels, my guides are saying, hey, go here. We've got a message now here. Spirit, show us Gemini. What do we have here for Gemini? And Gemini, thanks for being patient. I know I'm taking my time, but we've got a big message and I want to just get more context for you. Interesting energy. All right. All right. So, yeah. All right. There's something going on in a connection of yours. For the Geminis that I'm reading, again, take these energies as you see fit. Um, might not resonate for everyone out there, but there's something in a divine connection, it would appear. But it might be, so your commitment is being tested. It says nothing will come of the situation. And I wonder what is going on with this emperor in your life. So we've got the Empress, we've got the Star in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. And what I'm feeling like here is there is potentially some type of healing crisis. And that might be extreme, Gemini, for me to say crisis like that, but it almost feels like a healing crisis, right? We have the Star, which comes after the Tower. The Tower obviously is that kind of crisis moment, or when something is going on, right, that we need to then move into a state of healing. And when we've got the Emperor in reverse, the Emperor is not in his power. The Emperor is potentially not behaving um, in their highest essence of self. And so this could be someone who's abusing their power, someone who is playing potentially mind or manipulation type of games, or holding something over your head, or it feeling like something is out of balance significantly with this emperor. But you're showing up as the Empress. So very nurturing, very much in your divine feminine. So it would appear that this masculine is going through this need to heal. Whether or not we want to call that a crisis, that's up to you. So what the moon is revealing, we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse, we've got the Hanged Man in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Wands. So I'm not sure which one of you this might be. It could just be the overall context of the entire relationship here, Gemini. You let me know how that applies. But with the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Hangman in reverse, I'm feeling like this is someone who's, again, not feeling safe to speak their truth for some reason. This is someone who may not even know what that truth potentially is. We don't know. But they're definitely not in their integrity, speaking their truth, and holding their boundaries. This is someone who is in the challenged position to do so. When we're in the upright, we're listening to our intuition. We are using that intuition to make very wise decisions that hold us in integrity. They hold us in our truth, our authenticity, and our power. So when we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse, this could be someone also who's wearing a mask, especially since you see half of her face is covered. Her eyes are downcast. Someone not letting you see the real them, or they're not willing to be authentic. The Hangman in reverse is this stuck energy of not knowing what is the next right step. And so we're sort of maybe even experiencing a nervous system response, like a freeze response of you don't know the next right thing. So you're just sort of waiting and hoping, but maybe we're staying in that position for far too long of waiting and hoping and getting stuck, right? Something here is in relationship to needing to speak your truth, stand in your authenticity, it's sort of clouding the way towards this passionate new beginning that is present. And this full moon is revealing to you that that's the case, that there is stuck energy that needs to be, I feel like, moved and cleared in order for this passionate new beginning to occur. Okay. So before we go into the guidance, I'm going to bring these two cards into play now. We've got the Akasha. The Akasha represents the Akashic libraries, which are representational of the libraries of light that are held in the divine heavens, that our angels can access, that ascended masters, they're the sacred texts of our life, right? And this is about accessing your own inner wisdom, and that your path is being divinely guided, that you are being divinely guided, and to trust that intuition. So if this might be you, Gemini, if this is you and the Queen of Swords in reverse mode, where you may not feel like you can trust your intuition, Spirit is saying, yes, you can. This is divine guidance that's coming through to you. And I feel like they might be saying, and it might help you move out of this hangman in reverse position, right? Then we also have the Great Gathering. Sorry about the light reflections, a little weird sometimes, so I have to make it go sideways. The Great Gathering is really your guidance team letting you know that things are coming together behind the scenes, that you have a guidance team here. See, they're gathered here for you, Gemini. And again, this is about your intuitive hits. So trust those intuitive hits. This is your soul tribe being woven. There might be people coming into your life right now that really are your people, are your tribe, right? And the guidance here is, it came out in reverse. So I feel I'm supposed to read the Six of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups. So this is really, I feel like this is also about a Gemini who I'm speaking to that has some kind of creative block. It does feel relationship based because of the Emperor and the Empress defining the energy of this reading, right? And so if that's the case, I'm just going to continue reading this as if this is relationship based and not a creative block. But the Six of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, this is you wanting to move on to calmer waters, but within the context of the relationship. So utilizing your intuitive knowing in order to bring calm and peace back within your current environment, working together from a place of love and cooperation, and really nurturing and bringing to life that Ace of Cups between the two of you. Focusing on that, focusing on peace, focusing on harmony, collaboration, cooperation, right? Bringing down any feeling of defense or stuckness in regards to the new beginning that wants to emerge between the two of you. And it could be that this is a choice that's on deck, because you are only in control of your own energy here, Gemini. So it's coming through to me like it's this Emperor that needs to heal. And I don't know if you are able to necessarily facilitate that for the other person. Let's see, where am I guided to go, Spirit? Let's get some medicine cards for, what do I want? What do I want? I think I do want this deck. All right. Spirit for Gemini. For Gemini, what is the medicine for them specifically with this Emperor in reverse? That is what I want to know. I want to get a medicine card from here. For Gemini. Boundaries. This is for you personally. So very much bringing yourself into the upright. If this is you, the Queen of Swords in reverse, bringing yourself into the upright, holding and establishing better boundaries in this relationship so that the power dynamic doesn't feel unequal. And I feel like that's what will restore the peace and the harmony to the relationship, Gemini. But it is, of course, up to the other person, and we can only do our part. So I wish you the best. I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Take care.